Hey guys, it's me, Jen, your pudgy picker, here at my desk for another Goodwill bins haul. Yeah, I've been going every week, enjoying myself. Blow off a little bit of steam on Thursdays and Fridays toward the end of the week. It's all good. So just sitting here at my desk, and then I realized after I filmed the main part, I went ahead and took out the little stool that I was talking about in the video. So the stool was about this big of a top, kind of a kidney bean shape and a brown color, had some nice legs on it, and then on the side where it was dented in a little, it had a handle. So it almost looked like a little bit of a saddle kind of situation. Very cool, very cute, and also out at my store. So I'm sorry that I already took that out. Either I'm not efficient enough or I'm efficient too quickly. So what I'm going to show you is everything laid out on the table. I will also share with you that I spent $53.07. So that was 26 pounds at $1.89. So let's dive right in and show you what I got, because I got a lot of good stuff. Let's take a look. Okay, so now that you saw the item that wouldn't fit on the table, I'm going to show you what's on the table. Now, just to give you a little preview, I still have more stuff to lay out. So we're going to go over this, clear the table, and do it again. Hey, I'm glad. Got lots of good stuff. So a few vintage pieces that I got today. This little bag had 3 dolls. It had this little wooden one. Isn't he cute? What does it say on the bottom? I don't know. My eyeballs. But look how cute. Look at his little face. So there was that one. And then there was these cloth dolls. So these are vintagey. This, I believe, is a vintage Elf on a Shelf when they originally started. So he's got this little bow and a little plastic face. And he's covered in glitter. And he has glue on his butt. So I think he might have been glued to something. So as soon as I brought this in, this was on top, and BINS came running in and started doing her sniff inspection and went to pick that up, and I'm like, no, you'll doom us all. Anyway, so those are adorable. Usually I find these little telescoping back scratchers. This one's like a little massager. Mystery bag. So anything that I'm like, oh, that's not worth much by itself, it's definitely a mystery bag. I've seen these bananagram things before. I think it's full. I just think the bag will need to be washed, so I'll empty that out and then throw it in with a load of towels. Got some, this was in a bag with some other things that were unopened, but I only wanted these. Yes, I will get floss pickers from the bins as long as it's, you know, sealed and in another bag. I was fine with it. Nice to find items that you actually use yourself. So I think this box originally came with 10 and there are 8 in there. So I usually buy the off-brand ones at the Dollar Tree. You know what? I haven't really bought any new in so long because I constantly find them thrifting, and I found them in the bins. I found the little pads that Velcro on the bottom and you use to, you know, mop your floor. I just found a big box of those, so I'm good for quite a while. This is going to go on eBay. It's new in the package. I did look it up. It's a shoulder, elbow, adult cold therapy wrap. It has like a gel in there, so you just put the whole thing in the freezer and then take it out and put it on. So this is probably going, oh gosh, I gotta check my brain, because I look at some of these things and the other things I haven't looked up. The vintage dolls, haven't looked up yet. This I looked up because I'm like, I don't want to buy it unless I know it's worth some money. The dolls I knew were old and they're very light, not a problem. So this is going, I think, $24 and up. So I was like, okay. Love when I find fabric. Love to find fabric. These are 4 fat quarters. Some of these were opened. This was a fat quarter and then another fat quarter that had a chunk missing. So I've already labeled these for the store. So it had 1 fat quarter and then the other piece I measured. Fat quarter, the rest of these, they're Halloween ones. This one with the old red truck is adorable. I got these and I'm like, are these watch bands. What are these? They are actually napkin rings. So these are still in the package from Pier 1. 12 bucks. So yeah. I know I was like, what in the world is that? So yeah, so mystery bag probably on those. A little candle, not burned, smells good. There's 2 of these games. This one has everything included. So I have these little round stickers so I can seal it. This one is clear wrapped, so that one is brand new. So there's those. Again, probably mystery bags. This is so cute. Somebody made this. So it's this little oval wire with the flowers and the little dangly beads. Oh, so cute. So I'll hang that up. I'll probably put 12, 14 bucks on it, see if anybody wants it. Got a pack of blank notes. It is vintage. American Greetings. I don't know where they're headquartered now, but they used to be headquartered in Cleveland. Yes, but I don't know now. So there's those. These are adorable. I'm not sure if I was going to hang on to these to do more my Christmas mystery bags. I have so many of them now I'm trying to get through. So these are little felt gingerbread men. And then they have a place to put your utensils. So you could put that in there and then lay it on the plate. So there are 2, 4, 5 of those. So I don't know, maybe I would sell those together on eBay. Who knows? I got some of these sequin appliques. They're all Christmas, but we have a Santa, we have holly leaves. Oh, another Santa. I thought I had these. Another Santa. So 3 Santas, 1 of the holly leaves, and then 2 of the stockings, and then 1 is the snowmen. So I don't know. It's so funny because sometimes you find one-of-a-kind items, and then sometimes you'll find handfuls of items. It's very strange. So a lot of times when I find a bag of stuff that looks interesting, I just put it in my cart, and then I wait until I have a lull in them switching out the bins, and then I'll go sit and dig through, keep what I want, and put back what I don't. So, I don't know, it's so funny. Now this is definitely a vintage item. Has Kmart, 58 cents. It is a Silverstone Teflon safe scouring pad. Isn't that funny? Especially stuff like this really interests me because it is a vintage item, but it's a utilitarian item. So it's something you use every day. So if you buy that, you're like, I'm going to use this to scour my pots. Does it just get lost and then you come across it years later and go, oh, well, I don't use those anymore? It's just fascinating when you find something that people use every day, but it's still new in the package. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. We have some barrettes. It had one missing, so I just cut that side off. We make our own rules here. They had a whole bunch of bandanas. I grabbed as many as I could, but I ended up, when I first got there, you just kind of have to take your chance where you're going to start. And I ended up jumping around and I missed some, so I'm sure there was probably more, but you know what? There's plenty for everybody. I'm not going to worry about it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bandanas. It appears that 4 of them are black, and then the other color's brand new. So these will go in the men's mystery bags. We have some little pirates, some Jolly Roger flags for your cupcake, because we know on the high seas, man, we're eating cupcakes. So funny. These were all in a bag together. So these, I guess you put these in, you put them in your liquor bottle, and then you can just tilt them to pour some out. So we have the different kinds. This one is not glass either. It's like a plastic. But I'm not even, Shenley, Bourbon, Superior, and then we have this. It's a fabric-covered little flask. Very cute, so that'll go to men's mystery bags. These are metal stir sticks. We have some swords for your fruit. Also in that bag was these 2 real skinny flasks. And then there was only one of these, so I might just put that with one of those to help fill. Trivia game, I picked it up because it was new. I researched it, and it's worth some pretty decent money. So I was like, okay. Usually when something's like these two, new in package, I'll just toss them in my cart and look them up when I get a minute. We have a baseball, still brand new in the package. Several decks of cards, which the NASA one and the old car one are sealed. And then the slapjack one is all there. That one's vintage. A nightlight, which I found a plug and tried it on, and it works. Tried it on. It works. Tried it. We have a magnetic little kitty to hold art or whatever on your fridge or wherever you would like. There's only the small tabs and then the two. This is an Andy Warhol Post-it note set. So, yeah, I'll use those. We got some trivets. Not trivets. To put your drink on. These are the disposable ones, but these are collectible. These aren't particularly old. When I first started going to this BINS, there was a huge bag of very old ones, and I kind of used one or two here or there in the different mystery bags as a vintage item, but these are new. I just found one of these last time I was there. I was amazed. I was telling Mr. Pudgy Picker, amazed at how many kid toys. So I just think a lot of old people are like, I'll have a kid's meal. And then they get the toy and they just donate it. That must be why. I don't know, unless they don't know any kids to give them to. So another one of those. I did put a little seal on there. I did look to make sure everything was there. So that will go to men's mystery bag. This abacus is pretty old. It's very cool looking. That would look cool on somebody's shelf. So I'm going to do a little bit of looking up. There is a maker's mark on the side. So I will look at that and see before I make a decision. Let's say it's not worth much. I think it's cool. I would put $16 to $20 on this. It would sell pretty fine in my booth. We have some cookie cutters, a little arrow and a heart. This sadly does not have its crossbody. You can tell there's a place to put the crossbody strap. It just has the handles. And this is a little vinyl Disney. I'm sure, carry this in the parks with all your stuff and money, etc. So I'm going to look that up and see what it's worth. Found 2 pairs of brand new earmuffs. This is the kind I talk about I should try because I'm not putting anything on. I don't care if it's a blizzard outside. I'm not messing with my hair. But my ears do get cold, so maybe that would be, I don't know, just try that. Again, a whole bunch of unopened little stuffed animals and other things from the kids' meals. So I think we got a rhino, a penguin, what is that? A little dog, a moose, I don't know. Another little penguin. Did get the zebra. He does need some brightening, so I will go ahead and put some of that wood restore on there. And I just stepped on a knight. I think he fell off the table. I did a picture of that for my daughter. She was trying to look him up. He might just be from a game or something, because a lot of those games and things get busted open and stuff goes everywhere. We have a little fuzzy tails. Yeah. The missing piece. It is like an egg-shaped puzzle. No, thank you. There's other ways I could torture myself, and that is not in the top 10. A little bunny. A little thing of Kleenex. Again, that's mystery bag stuff. We have a little stone that says, be humble. Very cute. I don't know. It looks painted, but I don't think someone painted that. It doesn't feel painted. What do I know? It's very cute. We have an Ace Apollo bar soap. Again, I have started in the last month or so. I don't know why, I just didn't think of it. But anytime I put anything like this, I will put on the outside, attention, does contain scented items, just in case someone is allergic. I wouldn't want someone to get something that would, cause them to be ill. I don't think you'd think there's going to be smelly stuff in there. But I started doing that with all the new way I'm wrapping the bags, so that's what I will put on that. We have a pencil, stickers, and a few little fishy erasers. Got some Heat and Bond Light. This appears to be new. It is pretty full, so I probably will just sell that on eBay. I did find a little dino from Flintstones. Another one of those stretchy bands. I put like a little key ring on it, and then I'll just throw that into a mystery bag. We got 3 sunflowers, brand new in the package. Lots of pens. I do pick up clicker pens. I can get them so cheap, and we're always running out of them at the store. So several of these, this might go in a mystery bag. This is from University Hospitals. It's a little one you could just click on to your belt loop or something. So that might just go in a mystery bag. This one, for some reason, feels really heavy. It's very pretty. I don't know what it is. And then we had all these. This is not green. This is just black pen. Always picking up Sharpies. There was one green when I went to pick it up, and I did a little squiggle on something, and it was half dead. This one's in good condition. Always need a black pen. And then these packaged ones are actually pencils. I will throw those in mystery bags. I have a few if I'm in the mood to use a pencil, but I will never live long enough to use all of them, sadly. What else? There's 3 of these, which I thought were really cool. So we have a bracelet. This is like a little keychain, but it's got a pocket. You could put, I don't know, your ID and a little bit of cash. And then a tassel. So this one is in like snake skin. We have a zebra, and then we have, looks like another snake skin. So yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to just probably throw the whole thing in there instead of dividing them up. I don't know, but those were pretty cool. Did get a metal bookmark. I don't know what's on there. What is that? What are you? Turn around. I need to see. It is, oh, it's a little fishy. So again, mystery bag. We have a belt loop hook with a keychain on it. That will go in a men's mystery bag. Another vintagey item is this tipping cap with needle, and it's very vintage because made in Hong Kong. Very cool. I love vintagey stuff that's still in the package. I won't go on that rant again, but this was originally $1.29. Very cool. This is from the Dollar Tree. I do use these in a project I have. I'm seriously going to get to this project. It is growing, and I'm going to work on it, I promise you. Okay, so that's part of that. Hang on, I gotta find a place to put my elbow here because I don't want to make you guys seasick. These are so cute. This little wormy looking thing, doesn't he look happy? He's cute. She is a keychain. Got a couple of bouncy balls. Got a vintage dinosaur. There were a whole bunch of dinosaurs, but they were amputees, so I decided not to pick them up. Nothing against amputee dinosaurs, but yeah. But very cool on that. This is definitely a vintage item. I kept saying, man, I want to find these. It's been years. So tell me, old folks, do you know what these are? Other than if you step on them in the night, you would scream. These are balls and jacks. So there's enough in there that I'm probably going to divide it up into 2 sets. I may actually, we have an event coming up at the store, and I'm going to have a table with what is it? And I'm going to put that on there and see if little kids can tell what that is. I have a boot jack. If you don't know what that is, you could look that up. So some other items I want to gather up and then just have people come by and say, you know, oh, is it this or that? No, it's this or that. Just kind of a fun, interactive kind of thing. So I think that would be perfect. I'm probably very good at playing. It's been years. So cool. We have a sign that says the future is female. That'll probably go out to my booth. This, I believe, goes on your antenna. Is there a brand on there? What is that? Something Cool Life. So it's this little lady with her sunglasses and her hair that will blow in the wind. What does it say? So, isn't that cool? I didn't know what it was when I picked it up, but that's pretty cool. Now, this I'm going to tell you what I think it is, and you can choose to agree or disagree. I will look it up. There's no markings on it, sadly. Let me just hold it. So here's what it looks like. And then here's the other side. And then here is the lid. Now tell me what that's for. I'm going to make one sound to tell you what I think it's for because I don't want to get demonetized. How about, yeah, I think that is opium. It's a little opium container. Very cool. I mean, it's pretty to look at, and it would make a nice conversation piece. So I'm going to look that up, see if I can find, what it's worth. If it's not worth much, again, mystery bag. It's always no nice to have just that fallback. It's like, well, if it's worth some money, I'll sell it separately. If not, I'll just throw it in with other stuff. Now, I want to make sure I didn't miss anything because I am notorious. Oh, I do have some little plastic palm trees. Who doesn't need a few of those on their desk at work to make them think about vacation? So let me see if I missed anything else. Then we're going to do a table change out and finish this haul. So I'm just going to give you one quick little look over what we have here. So yeah, not bad haul for what I got. Okay, so let's clear this off and lay out the last of the items. Okay, this is probably going to be a really big fail, but I forget how many you start with, but you basically just do that, and then what you're going to do is bounce once and catch that, okay? And then you're going to bounce once and pick up two. I'm sorry if this is going everywhere because this is how, see, now you got a problem because you got three close together. See, bounce, see, that's the whole thing. So you pick up one, pick up two, Whew, I'm out of practice. Okay. Goodness. So this is all the stuff out of the rest of the bag. So let's start over here. I found two things I forgot, so I left them on the table. Another little leash for Tootie, which is Tater. We have a charging brick. We have a whole bunch of figurines. We have Joker, Sandy Cheeks, a vintage horse, Mr. Krabs. Hey, you remember the original Highlander? We had Sean Connery, and remember the bad guy in there was very big and scary? That is the voice of Mr. Krabs. Puts a whole new spin on that, doesn't it? We have Luigi, SpongeBob, a teeny tiny cat. This is not plastic. It is a metal dinosaur. I picked it up and I was like, whoa, it's kind of heavy. I don't know. I'll have to see what that says. Maybe that's worth something. Shell necklace, a coaster. It says 1972 Lorraine International Festival. Ford. Lorraine is where there's some big plants. We have a lot of big car plants. We have a by Toledo. We have a Jeep one. I know somebody who works at one of the big plants. Anyway, so there's that. So that's old. I was 3 when that came out. Whew. So that's over 50 years old. Isn't that crazy? We have a little army man. We have, these are magnets. I think the yellow feather on this one is loose. I have my my overhead fan on. That's why everything's blowing. That one you can just hang up. So these were all in a bag together. We have a little walking snowman. We have SpongeBob, the man himself. I didn't notice. Oh, that was a shadow. I was going to say, he looks a little dirty, or is that what he's supposed to look like? I don't know. I don't even know what purpose that serves. I've seen those where they're like a keychain. Another dinosaur, a rubber ducky. He's pretty dirty. I'll have to wash him up. The 2 John Deere tractors are metal. Pretty cool. We have some other little Matchbox cars. Those will go in men mystery bag. We have some tape, like Band-Aid tape. You know, you never know when you're going to need that. And who wants to go out and spend $30, $40 for bandages and other things when you can find them cheaper and have them on hand? So make sure I didn't miss anything. So we have some sewing notions. A bunch of vintage, I almost said batteries, buttons. So these will go, just throw those in the mystery bag. We have some little rhinestone glueies, a little zipper bag. This, the top screws on. This unfolds, and it is to hang your purse up like off the edge of a table. I know you know what I'm talking about. A bunch of marbles. I hate rose gold. If you like rose gold, that's okay. You do you. But it just looks so chintzy cheapy. So we have a snuffer and a wick trimmer, a pair of scissors that cut a little edge. I thought if I got to cut something out to use for a sign or something in my booth, that might be a good idea. Okay, socks. So I got some car ones and some Ritz crackers. So those will go in men's mystery bags. Found some new golf balls. There was a couple of cartons of eggs that had old ones. A lot of people who live around the different golf courses will do that and then sell them. I've seen stands on the side of the road. But these were all in boxes, but they were usually like missing one. So just throw those into a men's mystery bag. Some cute little carts, ladies' mystery bags. This I don't know, it's like a decoration, but it's almost like a Holly Hobby-esque one. So it's probably from the 70s. Another bouncy ball, another bouncy ball. We have an April keychain, a Puerto Rico lanyard. This is just like a little soft little container. I could probably put something in there. This is a tool that I will need to make holes in a few things. I have a bag of Barbie shoes I want to make earrings out of, so that would be cool. And I could heat up the end and then make a hole in the plastic. Have a couple of baby dice. Yeah, the top of that screws on, I already said. This, I don't know. Is there like an emblem for a car you put in there? Do you put a coin in there? I don't know. It's a keychain. These are really cool. One is missing one. Some of these had come out because of this plastic. But look at this. These are bicentennial from 1776 to 1976. So that's how old these are. Isn't that crazy? So these are just little coasters. I've seen ones that you could use for ashtrays. Like I said, the plastic of this one is just coming off. And these were loose, so there's a couple of dings in the paint on these. Yeah, you can see them there. So I might just take these out and sell them individually. This I'm going to look up and see what it's going for on eBay. This was an item that I missed previously. It's a little rhinestone crystal necklace and some earrings in a little gift box. That reminds me of the stuff when you were in school. They would have like a little fair where you could go in and buy Christmassy things for your family, and everything was cheap and cheaply made and cheap price. That really reminds me of that. Also, these buttons were loose, and then this one is so pretty. I mean, that would make a beautiful pin, wouldn't it? So I believe that is all. So yeah, goodness gracious. I said that was a charging brick, yes. So not too bad. Definitely worth the money that I spent, I believe. The few items that I can sell individually are going to more than pay for everything, and then the rest of this, as I say, is gravy. Mystery bags, I sell them for $6 a piece, and I can't keep them on the shelf. I restock them at least once a week, if not twice. So very happy with my finds today. You guys are telling me you like these videos. I'm going to try and do a little more footage. I'm going to actually try and put my GoPro on and then do some digging. So I don't know if that'll make you guys sick or if that sounds interesting. Let me know down below if you think that's a good idea. And then, you know, if that's in the beginning of the video and you just show me what you got, then the haul will be at the end. So everybody's happy. So thank you for tuning in and spending some of your time with me. I know this was a long one, but definitely found some good stuff. I appreciate your time. I will see you guys next time. Garage sale season's right around the corner. Getting excited about that. So lots of things to be found and sold and money to be made. So I will see you guys next time. Comment, leave a thumbs up or thumbs down, subscribe and hit that notification bell if you have not already. Also continue to follow my channel. I have weight loss Updates. I am almost 42 weeks into my weight loss journey, doing really well, and I really want to share those updates with you. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in, and until then, happy picking. Bye.